Bright the rainbow fish's gemstone shell. In the azure coral sea, there lived a rainbow fish named Bright. Its scales were like scattered diamond dust, and when it swam, it left a trail of colored light that even the starfish couldn't help but look up and admire. Bright's most prized possession was a transparent shell. Inside were the colorful pebbles it had collected, red like coral, blue like the sea. It counted them 3 times every day before going to sleep. In the morning, Bright played among the seaweed with its shell. Nemo the clownfish swam over, waving its orange tail. "Can I see your pebbles? I've never seen such a bright blue." Bright immediately hugged the shell close and swam away, wagging its tail. "No, this is my treasure. What if it gets broken?" Nemo had to swim away, disappointed. Bright stopped alone on the coral reef, staring at the pebbles in its shell. Suddenly it heard laughter. Peeking out, it saw Bubbles the little seahorse sharing its seaweed balloons for everyone to play with. The little crab twirled with a balloon. The starfish floated holding one, everyone laughing like blooming flowers. Bright felt a little itch in its heart and quietly swam over. Seeing it, Bubbles smiled and handed over a small seaweed balloon. "Bright, come play. If you hold the balloon high, it dances with the current." Bright took the balloon and for the first time laughed and chased with everyone, the shell clinking on its back. Tired from playing, everyone sat around the coral reef sharing snacks. Nemo brought out seaweed crackers. Bubbles brought jellyfish jelly. Only Bright clutched its shell, not moving. Bubbles blinked and asked, "What's in your shell?" "It looks so pretty." Bright hesitated, then hid the shell behind its back. Suddenly, the seawater shook. A small current was coming. Everyone hurriedly hid behind the coral reef, but Bright discovered its shell had been swept away by the current. It cried anxiously, "My shell! My colorful pebbles!" Nemo immediately said, "Don't panic. We'll help you find it," and swam off in the direction of the current. Bubbles led Bright to follow. The little crab used its big claws to push aside blocking seaweed. The starfish perched on a rock to look out. Finally, behind a large rock, they found the shell, but the pebbles inside were scattered on the ground, drifting away with the current. Bright spun around anxiously. "What do we do? They're getting away." "Let's divide the work," Nemo shouted. It held the shell in its mouth to catch the drifting pebbles. Bubbles used its tail to curl around red pebbles and bring them over. The little crab pinched blue pebbles and crawled over. Even a passing little turtle helped block a yellow pebble. Soon, all the colorful pebbles were back in the shell. Bright hugged the shell full of pebbles, looking at its friends covered in sea mud, its eyes growing warm. Nemo wiped its face. "Good thing we found them. Your pebbles are really beautiful." Bright suddenly opened the shell and took out the brightest blue pebble. "Nemo, this is for you." "Thank you." Nemo took the pebble in surprise and held it up to the light. "Wow, it's glowing," Bubbles said with a smile. "Can I see that red one? It looks like the seaweed blanket my mom weaves." Bright nodded and handed over the red pebble. The little crab also came closer. "I like the yellow one, like sunshine on the sand." Bright simply placed the shell in the middle for everyone to pick their favorite pebbles. Nemo chose blue. Bubbles took red. The little crab carried away yellow, and even the little turtle got a green one. Seeing how happy its friends looked, Bright felt sweeter in its heart than eating jellyfish jelly. That afternoon, Nemo took Bright to a secret cove. The cove had many hollow conch shells. Nemo put the blue pebble into a conch. "Look, it's turned into a little blue lantern." Everyone put their pebbles into conches. When the sunset light shone in, the conches glowed with colorful light like stars had fallen into the sea. From then on, Bright brought its shell to play with everyone every day. They decorated the coral reef with colorful pebbles, hung the conch lanterns on seaweed, and even held a pebble treasure hunt game. Bright discovered that sharing the pebbles for everyone to see was much more fun than admiring them alone. At night, Bright and its friends lay on the coral reef. The pebbles in the shell reflected the moonlight as they chatted and counted stars. Bright suddenly understood that the real treasure wasn't the colorful pebbles, but the joy of sharing with everyone. It flicked its shimmering scales and swam with its friends toward the moonlit sea surface.
Thanks for watching. To read more wonderful children's picture books or create your own with AI, welcome to visit childrenbooks.online.